Welcome to the behind-the-scenes look at Venus Rises. Tonight, we'll look at what went into bringing this revolutionary series to life. The story was originally conceived in early 2002. The bandwidth limits of the time caused the show to be broken into 3 continuous episodes. Since then, the script went through many revisions. The current incarnation started principal photography in May 2007. When asked about the concept of the show, creator and executive producer Jason Birdsall had this to say.
The core to Venus Rises story is really oppression. You have it on a planetary scale and you also have it on an individual scale. The whole point of the story is these people fighting for their future.
The setting for Venus Rises stays within the boundaries of our solar system rather than exploring the farther reaches of space. This allows science fiction to be more science fact.
I based a lot on NASA photos and what I saw of the Space Shuttle, International Space Station, the Soyuz.
You know, you're not going to see like little blue aliens with like giant ears running around. Like, this is more realistic. It's like actually, you can actually, it's believable.
So, I mean, that's what I like about it, the gritty realism. And hopefully that'll come through. Hopefully we can all do that justice.
The look of the show went through many changes during pre-production, with Jason finally settling on a grittier and more realistic feel.
The look of the show, the sets, was very, very simple in the beginning. I was just taking some 1x3 and some particle board and sticking it together and painting on some lines, and it didn't fit what I envisioned for the show. I wanted clutter, I wanted dirt, I wanted grime, I wanted people actually worked in space, and I wanted to reflect that. This was their living quarters and their workspace, all sewn up in a very condensed place.
The detail put into the sets is like completely amazing. It's like you hit a button and it'll actually like, something will actually like light up. You know what I mean? It's like I never realized, you know, like how much effort was really put into this.
The sets when I first came to audition were amazing. I was blown away by the amount of detail that went into it. I wasn't really expecting that level of quality in them.
On average, each set took about a month to a month and a half to fully construct. Due to limited space, a green screen was employed, allowing a few CG sets to be utilized. The characters of Venus Rises offer a unique blend of personalities from very different backgrounds. For example, Sam Regan, portrayed by Damien Amores, serves as a young private in the Mars Defense Directorate assigned to the refueling station orbiting Earth. Through circumstances beyond his control, he finds himself caught in the middle of a political struggle between 2 worlds.
He allows himself to dive into Venus's point of view. Well, if I was a Venutian, how would I look at the situation?
The computer's intelligence borders on AI. Good luck getting past the first few keystrokes.
There hasn't been a computer built my sister can't hack into.
Your face has already been recorded by surveillance monitors. You won't get far.
Just type in your passcode.
And if I refuse?
Your friend dies.
My name is Annie Roig, and I play Kilara Marin in Venus Rises.
I think Jason did a good job of casting Kilara. I mean, she's a kick-ass character, and I think Annie really, brought some life to that character.
Kilara is very independent. I think that's really, I'm really drawn to those types of characters because in person I'm actually, like very shy and things like that. So it's definitely a very interesting character to take on.
Kilara, you have to help me. We have to stop whatever it is that they're planning on doing.
Just think for a second. You're probably in the crosshairs of your own government.
What are you talking about?
You practically handed them a key to the prison, helped carry out a mass murderer. Face it, you can't go back. If you do, they'll execute you for treason. Or worse. You'll end up just like him.
The character I play, Demille, is he's a resistance fighter in the Venutian underground who really didn't have any personal commitment to their revolution or to their fight. His sister, who was born deaf, was a diehard supporter of the resistance and joined up to try to free Venus.
He's not an easy brother to have because he will be very overprotective one minute, and the next minute he expects her to do all this stuff.
and he joins pretty much just to keep an eye on her, but didn't really join because he was a diehard supporter.
Come on, you're coming with me. All right, maybe I need to be a little clearer. I said you're coming with me. Good. Get to the hatch, flyboy. Never clean this up.
I like playing Ariana because she's a complex character. There's no other show with, a deaf pilot. That's a pretty unique character. It's not easy to write a character like that. Before any scenes that were shot with me, I had to send the script over to Larry, who's our sign language consultant, and then he would record the footage with his wife and then post up on YouTube and send me a note. Then I'd have to go practice.
I built this thing for a reason. Why don't you use it? Look, I got 50 things to do here and one set of eyes, so unless it can wait till later, put on the damn glove.
My name is Joseph Negra. I play the character Nathan Griggs. He suffers from a kind of dual personality in a sense. He really believes in something. He sure as hell knows what it is, and he truly believes in his heart that what he does for it is correct. And he just wishes to bring everyone along in that way of thinking.
And what makes you so curious? You sympathize with them.
Of course not. But I mean, don't you sometimes?
No, because thinking like that gets you in trouble, Sam. If you want to be a part of the Officers Corps, you'll take the assignments they hand you and don't ask questions.
The actors on Venus Rises take their craft very seriously and have studied extensively. In fact, collectively, they may have accumulated an entire day's worth of acting class.
Wandering about as the swine were brought to the door is swathed with lamb's blood.
Yay. Why do you even write this stuff? Why does my character get beat up on by everybody?
There's a script for this thing? What the hell is there a script?
With a volunteer cast and crew, the production schedule had to be tailored around the availability of those involved, which caused some production delays.
There's a few people that are all involved, and we share duties.
Everyone wore a lot of hats, and that's kind of an understatement because, yeah, we had to do a lot in the beginning.
The thing I probably like most about it is being able to pull kind of double duty on both sides of the camera, with being able to do the acting and also acting as director of photography for the show, helping come up with, the shots and the lighting, and basically if you don't see me in the shot, I'm shooting it. And if you only see a part of me, that's actually Jay standing in so that I could still get the shot.
In addition to playing Ariana, I'm also the show's production manager. This project was extremely difficult to manage. I'm not going to lie. Even though my formal training's in project management, usually there's a triple constraint. So you have cost, schedule, and scope. When you're dealing with an all-volunteer team, there is no cost because you're not paying anybody. So it gets very difficult to keep people together.
Not all of the footage that was shot was used in the final edit of the show. In fact, due to changes in the direction of the series, some characters were altered and entire scenes ended up on the cutting room floor.
And one of the things that's interesting about not shooting the scenes in order, because you'll never just shoot it like scene 1, scene 2, it's pretty much by location and set, where some scenes you'll shoot way ahead of schedule and they'll never even be used.
There was this whole fight scene to Rob's chagrin that was cut out.
We tried what we could to pull off the scene, but the set just didn't have enough space to allow us to do what we really needed to do for the scene.
I just didn't think it worked. Actually, there were certain elements I thought worked. But there's just not enough space to do it.
So the fight ended up getting altered quite a bit, and it's very much of a short scuffle now.
you go and do something like that?
Seemed like a good idea at the time!
There's this whole future self scene with Kilar and Demille, where Demille was sporting the Mirror Mirror Spock goatee.
But then through shooting the rest of the scenes, the story kind of took a little bit of a turn, and that scene no longer fit in. So, you know, it's a shame that how everybody came in and we got a pretty interesting scene shot, but it just didn't fit anymore. So maybe it'll turn up on a deleted scene somewhere.
As for what the future holds for Venus Rises, here's what the cast and crew had to say.
How did the hell did we get through this anyway? It's like, it just blows my mind.
I don't know. I'm not getting paid for this shit, so who gives a f***? God damn it.
No, it's just it's a great series. It's you know, the characters, you can relate to it.
There's a lot of things being set up, and there's a payoff, believe me. Nothing is done and just left hanging. So tune in and see what happens in Series 2.
Thank you for joining us in this behind-the-scenes look at Venus Rises. It's been a long road, but I'm sure you'll find it worth the wait.